Today our topic is Indian Scientist Part K. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share my videos. K.R. Ramanathan, Diwan Bahadur Kalapati Ramakrishna Ramanathan, born in 28 February 1893, died in 31st December 1984, was an Indian physicist and meteorologist. He was the first director of Physical Research Laboratory, Ahmedabad, from 1954 to 1957. Ramanathan was president of the International Union of Geodesy and Geophysics. Ramanathan was awarded Padma Bhushan in 1965 and Padma Vibhushan in 1976. K. Radhakrishnan, Koppalil Radhakrishnan, born 29 August 1949, is an Indian space scientist who headed the Indian Space Research Organization between November 2009 and December 2014 as chairman of Space Commission, secretary of the Department of Space and chairman of ISRO. Prior to this, he was the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center 2007-2009 and director of National Remote Sensing Agency 2005 to 2008 of the Department of Space. He had a brief stint of 5 years, 2000 to 2005, in the Ministry of Earth Sciences and director of Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services. K. Sridhar, born 27 May 1961, is an Indian scientist conducting research in the area of theoretical high-energy physics and writer of friction. Kailas Nath Kaul, 1905, died in 1983, was an Indian botanist, naturalist, agriculture scientist, horticulturist, herbalist, plant collector, and herpetologist and a world authority. He founded India's National Botanical Research Institute and was instrumental in organizing the country's modern scientific infrastructure. He is regarded as a vital influence behind his niece Indira Gandhi's proactive role in environmental protection by means of extensive legislative and policy interventions. Kamala Sohani, born in 14 September 1912, died in 28 June 1998, was a pioneering Indian biochemist who is in 1939 became the first Indian woman to receive a PhD in a scientific discipline. Her acceptance into and work at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, paved the way for women to be accepted into the institution for the first time in its history. K. Srinivasa Krishnan, Sir Karyamanikam Srinivasa Krishnan, born 4 December 1898, died 14 June 1961, was an Indian physicist. He was a co-discoverer of Raman scattering, for which his mentor C.V. Raman was awarded the 1930 Nobel Prize in Physics. Kavita Shah is an Indian environmental biotechnologist at the Institute of Environmental and Sustainable Development, Banaras Hindu University. She is one of the 6 directors and the only woman director of Banaras Hindu University. She is notable for her role in the area of environmental biotechnology, health and water resources management. K. Banerjee, Kedareshwar Banerjee, born in 15 September 1900, died in 30 April 1975, was an X-ray crystallographer and director of the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science, Kolkata. Early in his career, he determined the structures of naphthalene and anthracene. In 1931, he worked with Sir William Henry Bragg and developed one of the first direct methods of crystal structure determination. He was professor of the physics at the Indian Association for the Cultivation of Science from 1943 to 1952 and director of the association from 1959 until his retirement in 1965. Between 1952 and 1959, he was head of the Department of Physics at Allahabad University. Keval Krishnan. Dr. Keval Krishnan, an Indian forensic anthropologist, is Associate Professor of Physical Anthropology and former Chair of Department of Anthropology at Punjab University, Chandigarh, India. He has contributed to the development of forensic anthropology in India. He is one of the very few forensic anthropology experts of the nation. He earned his PhD in forensic anthropology in 2003 from Punjab University, Chandigarh, India. He is an elected fellow of the Royal Anthropological Institute of Great Britain and Ireland. K. Rangadama Rao. Professor Kotacharla Kota Rangadama Rao, born 9 September 1898, died in 20 June 1972, was an Indian physicist in the field of spectroscopy. Rangadama Rao is best known for his work on spectroscopy, his role in the development of nuclear quadrupole resonance, and his long association with the physics laboratories of Andhra University. K. Kasturi Rangan. Krishnaswamy Kasturi Rangan, born 24th October 1940, is an Indian space scientist who headed the Indian Space Research Organization from 1994 to 2003. He is presently Chancellor of Central University of Rajasthan and NIIT University. He is the former Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University and the Chairman of Karnataka Knowledge Commission. He is recipient of three major civilian awards from the Government of India: the Padma Shri 1982, Padma Bhushan 1992, and Padma Vibhushan 2000. Krutyunjay Prasad Simha. Krutyunjay Prasad Simha, born 5th July 1929, is an Indian theoretical physicist and an emeritus professor at the Indian Institute of Science, known for his research in solid-state physics and cosmology. Simha is an elected fellow of all three major Indian science academies: the Indian National Science Academy, the Indian Academy of Sciences, and the National Academy of Sciences, India. In 1974, the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, the apex agency of the Government of India for Scientific Research, awarded him the Shant Swarup Bhatnagar Prize for Science and Technology, one of the highest Indian science awards for his contribution to physical sciences. Kailasavadivu Sivan. Kailasavadivu Sivan, born 14th April 1957, is an Indian space scientist who is the current Secretary, Space, and ex officio chairman of Indian Space Research Organization and Space Commission. He has previously served as the director of the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and the Liquid Propulsion System Center. K. Chandrasekhar. Komravolu Chandrasekhar, born in 21 November 1920, died in 13 April 2017, was a professor at ETH, Zurich and a founding faculty member of School of Mathematics, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research. He is known for his work in number of theory and summability. He received the Padma Shri, the Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award and the Ramanujan Medal, and he was an honorary fellow of TIFR. He was president of the International Mathematical Union from 1971 to 1974. K. Anandarao. K. Anandarao, born 21 September 1893, died in 22 January 1966, was an eminent Indian mathematician and a contemporary of Ramanujan. Though Rao was 6 years junior to Ramanujan, his mathematical trajectory, unlike Ramanujan's, was very much conventional one, and he had decided to pursue a career in mathematics well before Ramanujan's prowess became known. K.S.R. Krishnaraju. K.S.R. Krishnaraju, born 11th March 1948, died in 22 July 2002, was an Indian ornithologist who worked extensively in the eastern Ghats of Visakhapatnam. He conducted multiple avifaunal surveys trained birds and collaborated with other ornithologists, including Dylan Riley and Salim Ali. K.N. Ganapati Shankara. Kurli Nanjunda Ganapati Shankara was a space scientist from India. He was the director of ISRO Space Application Center, Ahmedabad, and ISRO Satellite Center, Bangalore. He was the director of Satellite Communications Program Office and Program Director, INSAT, and was looking after overall planning and direction of communication satellite program. He worked in the field of transponder design and development led to a boost in India's communication satellite technology. K.R. Kachap Ishwaran. Kalapati Ramyar Kachap Ishwaran, born 1939, is an Indian molecular biophysics of the Indian Institute of Science. He is known for his contribution in development of antifungal drugs and for his research on ionophores and ion transport access membrane. He awarded Swanswarup Bhatnagar Prize for Science and Technology, one of the highest Indian science awards, in 1984 for his contribution to biological sciences. Kamaniyo Chattopadhyay. Kamaniyo Chattopadhyay, born 1950, is an Indian materials engineer and an honorary professor at the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. He is the chair of the Mechanical Sciences Division of EISC and a former chair of the Department of Materials Engineering. If you like the video, please do subscribe my YouTube channel, like and share with your friends. Thank you.